Patterns of crime. Police record statistics. These statistics are drawn from the records kept by police and official agencies and are published every 6 months by the Home Office. Official statistics are particularly useful to show changing trends over time. Police recorded statistics are social constructions. They cannot be simply taken at face value because they only show crimes that have been reported and responded to by the police. Crimes cannot be recorded if they are not reported. The British Crime Survey showed that the individuals are less likely to report crime if it is regarded as trivial, a matter between family or friends, too embarrassing. Victims may not feel in a position to give information. They fear reprisal. They see some benefit to themselves. They have faith in the police's ability to achieve results. They lack faith in the police's ability to achieve results. Recording crimes. 57% of all crimes fail to be part of the official statistics. Police are filtering information according to what's important to them. Seriousness may regard the offence to trivial to treat it as a criminal matter. Social status, they may, because their social status is not high enough to regard it as worth pursuing. Classifying. When a person makes a complaint, a police officer decides whether it's serious, from aggravated assault to other or GPH discretion. The chances of being arrested depends on the personality, appearance, attitude, and manner. This shows that Anderson shows that the youth that cooperate are less likely to be arrested. Promotion, like jobs, all police officers are considered with their careers. Therefore, the police who are overly clean cause more work for their colleagues. So arrests need to reflect comradeship and a desire for promotion. Official statistics of crime committed and punished also reflect the decisions and sentences of courts. British courts work on the assumption that people will plead guilty, and 75% charged do plead guilty. The role of the government. What is considered a crime over time? As a response to cultural changes and powerful groups, any exploration of crime over time is fraught with difficulty because of the rise and fall in the crime levels of crime reflect charges in the law as the actual crime at the time the actual crime was committed. So cannabis or possession of cannabis used to be or use of cannabis as a crime, but public attitudes have changed since then, and there has been a decline in arrests. Victim surveys. A second way of estimating the extent and pattern of the crime is to use the victim surveys. It's overcome the fact that the significant proportion of the crime are never reported to the police, and the picture on patterns of victimization weaknesses. The problem of basing statistics on victims' memories is that the recollection may be faulty. Victim surveys omit corporate crime and fraud and report people want to report sexual offences. The British Crime Survey does not provide detailed information about crime in particular places. Islington's crime survey showed that because underreported higher levels of crime, the victimization of ethnic minorities and underreported higher levels of victimization of ethnic minority groups and domestic violence. Media and sensitization. Victim surveys are dependent on whether people are aware of that they are a victim. The media play a significant role in this, and they provide illustrations of crime and heightened sensitivity towards certain forms of behaviour, and there can be a change in the portrayal of domestic violence from being a personal matter to being a criminal activity. Self-reporting studies. It can be a survey or a cross-section of society, and they are asked what offences they've committed. It's possible to find out age, gender, social class of the hidden offender. Also, it's impossible to learn about victims of crimes like drug use. Weaknesses of the study is that the problem of the validity of the respondent may lie or exaggerate. A crime is not representative of a self-report study, as most young people and students are not professional criminals or drug takers. Maguire has pointed out that since the 1970s, information has come about wide aspects of crime, unreported and unrecorded crimes, subcategories of crime, hidden crime, and victim perspectives. Garland, the expansion of knowledge is due to the concerns of late modernity risk management. The concerns of modernity was to control and punish criminals. In late modernity, there is more uncertainty and risk, and the government is no longer believed to catch all criminals. Instead, the government engages in risk management and gathers statistics on crime and can better assess and manage the risk. It also mentions responsibilities of managing the risk to do something as an individual to reduce the crime levels. Patterns of crime: 2 types of offences. Property crime: 62% of crime was accounted for some form of property theft. Violent crime: all forms of violent crime. 20% of British crime surveyed water crimes. The majority of physical violence. 25% someone involved. Types of crime: young males are often unemployed, low-waged, and they can be victims of crime and these crimes. And the victim and the perpetrator often know each other. Types of offenders most likely to are young males. Victims of property crime are mostly to be low-income household living. People live in a low-income household living in poorer areas. Repeat victimization. Victimization shows that some people are more likely to be targets of crime. 20% of a household report. Statistics suggest that the crime science is committed in urban areas rather than suburbs. Fear of crime. Ethnicity. People from black and ethnic minority groups are more worried about crime than white males. Gender. Women are 3 times as men. As men in male to be worried about physical danger. Men more likely to be victims. Women to be a victim of violent crime. Age: both men and women under 25 reported the highest level of worry of crime. 16-29 were the most worried about rape. The worry of crime was lower among the women aged 60 and over. This does reflect the higher chances of young age groups being victims.